Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel Wake Up Bright, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren and I am on a journey to lose 200 pounds. As I've been sharing little pieces of my journey with you guys, a very common question that I get is, how am I so positive? How do I seem so positive all of the time? And I thought I would take some time today, on a day where I'm really not feeling that positive, to share ways that I help myself either turn things around to become more positive or talk myself out of, in a way, being negative. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I just alluded to the fact that I'm not in the most positive mood today. I have not wanted to film a video all day today. I just have not wanted to. I have had a pretty intense headache. It's flirting with migraine status and it's just not a fun time. It has not been a great day for me today. And so every time I've thought about filming a video or doing any of the things that normally I would do to pull me out of kind of like a funky mood, I've just been like, no. But here I am. I'm doing this anyway before I lose all of the daylight. So the very first and most important thing about being positive is that I am not always positive. In fact, I have very rotten bad days. Everyone has bad days, but I do believe there is always a brighter way to look at things, a bright side of every story. So let's go ahead and dive into my 10 tools that I have that I use to try to stay a little bit more positive. The first thing that I do is I try to be very self-aware. I try to consider how things are making me feel, and if things are making me feel negative, then I stop doing them. If social media is making me feel negative about myself, then I stop. If talking to a specific perfect person or being in a specific circumstance is making me feel bad, then I listen to my cues and I remove myself from those situations. I don't do it in a mean way either, and I don't do it to tear anyone else down. I just nicely remove myself from any sort of negative situations, and sometimes that means I turn those negative situations into a positive situation if possible. However, that's the first thing that I do, and a lot of times it comes down to I felt last month that I was buying too much. Like, I felt like I needed everything that I saw I needed, like legitimately like needed these things, and so I just kept ordering things off Amazon, and that was making me feel bad. So this month I did a no spend month, and I've been doing really good. I've had a few things come up where I've had to make a call and go ahead and buy whatever it was that I needed, but it is significantly less, and I feel in control of myself, and I feel a lot more positive because of it. So that's the first thing. The second thing, this is kind of silly, and I don't know if this would be everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay because it's what I do. When I have a lot of negative thoughts, like depending on what type of negative thoughts, I feel like I'm wearing this backwards. I'm not wearing this backwards, but it doesn't normally come up so high on my neck. So I'm like, I'm dying. I'm not dying, I'm fine. I'm fine, it's fine. The second thing that I do to be a little bit more positive is I make fun of my negative thoughts. Kind of like if you had someone that was just harping on you, and maybe they're in a bad, I don't know, I just do. Like, I just find the ridiculousness in the bad thought and then I just laugh at it. I just think it helps. It helps to just laugh at yourself. It helps to have people that will laugh at you when you're being a little bit ridiculous. And I don't know if everybody shares those moments where they've just kind of cycled out of control, like you know, the whole you stump your toe and your whole life's broken. Sometimes when you're on that type of train, the best thing to do is to laugh at yourself. And then also sometimes the thoughts that just come into my head are just so ridiculous. Like, they're not mine. I don't know where they come from. And so I just laugh at them and tell them to go away, to go sit in their corner, and they do. So that's the second thing that I like to do. The third thing that I like to do is if I really just can't snap away from the negative thoughts, I like to sing hymns or uplifting songs. Man, Chips is going to town, like itching herself or something. She's right underneath me, she always is. So I like to sing songs. The other day, it was the hymn. I'm a terrible singer, so, but it was, I like all of the lyrics just went out of my head. Sunshine in my soul today, more glorious and bright, na 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 na. There's sunshine in my soul, oh there's sunshine, blessed sunshine. That song, I don't know if you know it, but I don't know how much of this is gonna make it in, but that hymn, also I like You Are My Sunshine. I like that song a lot. It's kind of a sad song, but it still makes me feel happy. So the fourth thing I do is I've really taken the time to get to know myself. So maybe you're relatively young, or maybe you're not young at all, but you don't really know yourself very well. And by that I don't mean you don't know yourself, but maybe you don't know your cues or recognize when you're spiraling. And so a good thing to do is to journal, to figure out common things that kind of show you that you're in that emotional state where you might not be as apt to make decisions. And then treat yourself like you're someone to contend with, that you're someone that you respect. And this is moving on to number 5, treating yourself like you're someone who's worth understanding. And then not only that, which was number 4, but then working with yourself. What do you need? Like, what do you need to feel good right now? So I like to figure those things out, and then I like to give myself those things. And they're not material things. It's more like, do I need some space? Do I need some time alone? Do I need to get out of the house? Do I need to go be in nature? A good rule of thumb is to spend at least 15 minutes outside every day. So, and often if I'm in a really bad mood or a headspace, just going outside with my dogs and like playing some catch or taking them on a walk, like that'll just snap me right out of it. So there is merit to that. The 6th thing that I do is I assume positive intent. Either if someone has said something that has hurt you, or maybe somebody pulled over on top of you, like assume neutral intent. Like they did not see you, they were not paying attention. Maybe they should have been paying attention, but that's okay, they weren't. They didn't purposefully cut you off. And then proceed forward with that in mind. I think most people are good people, and we just need to assume the positive. The 7th thing that I do is I associate myself in as many cases as possible with very positive and uplifting people. So I'm very blessed in that respect. I have a church family. My husband's in the military, so we have the military community. I have my family. I have friends that I've made, and I lean into those relationships, and that helps me stay positive. One of the best things, and maybe even a turning point in my mind, was a roommate that I had before I got married. And she and I were talking, and I don't even remember what I was saying about myself, but I know it wasn't very nice. And she stopped me and she was just like, April, you don't see yourself the way that everyone else sees you. You don't see yourself very, very well at all. It's essentially, I don't remember all of her exact words, the first words she said, but that's something that's really stuck with me. And that's also something, you know, when I'm poking fun at the negative thoughts in my head, I like to remember that I don't see myself like other people see me. So that helps me frame things right. The 8th thing that I do is sometimes I just need to have the emotions that I'm feeling. I just need to be negative. Like today, I just had a headache. Like everything was gonna kind of be a little bit gray for me today. So I just had my feelings, and I had decided at one point today, I'm like, if I don't film a video today and I don't have a video tomorrow, it's going to be okay. Like it's going to be fine. Just chill and have your moment. And so I did, and now I'm filming. So that's a good thing. The next thing I do, and this kind of goes along with that, treat yourself like you're someone to contend with. If I'm being very negative and kind of mean girling myself, I like to picture myself as a child, because who gets mad at babies? Like, who? And I don't mean like your baby and your baby's been screaming for 3 hours and so you're upset. I mean, like, I don't know, it just helps me. It helps to picture myself as a small child and treat myself like I would treat any little child, and be kind to that person. So that's another tool that I use. But the last thing that I will share with you guys today in this short and sweet little video is that I will do something for someone else. If I've been in a bad mood and I can't snap myself out of it, a good rule to follow is to help someone else get out of your bubble. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're lifting someone out of some bad situation that they're in. The person that you're doing something for could be in a completely good state of mind. That doesn't matter. But you could take a friend a note, or you could decorate their door, or that sounds silly, but who doesn't like to come home to like random positive notes all over your door? Just anything you can do to brighten someone else's day, figure that out and do that. So that's the 10th thing that I like to do, and that's probably the best thing to do if you're in a really negative state, is just figure out something that you can do to uplift those around you. It can be a coworker, a family member, a neighbor, a stranger, somebody that you're passing at Walmart. It could be as little as going out of your way to make sure you're smiling at people. And in the mask days, it might mean smiling with your eyes. And just, you know, you might have to practice that a little bit with the mask and everything, but we can always reach out and uplift other people. And typically as I do that, as I reach out to uplift other people, even if they're already in a good place, that brings me up too. So happiness is contagious. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed my little 10 tips, and I am so glad that you guys are here. You guys uplift me in so many ways. And I know a lot of you guys are on individual journeys, whether that's just a fitness journey or a weight loss journey. It's so easy when you're working so hard on something and it's not happening the exact way you want it to be so negative and so mean to yourself. I hope that these tips on being positive, being kinder to yourself help. Let me know in the comments down below, what are some things that you guys do to help change your frowns upside down into smiles? What are some things that you do that help you get into a better mood if you're feeling down? I would love to know. And if you haven't, I would love it if you would subscribe so you can follow along on my weight loss journey, and ding that bell so you'll be notified when my videos post. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye guys.